So as always, thank you so much, folks, for joining me. Hey, what's up, everyone? James from Junkyard Fox. Thank you so much for joining me on another solo camping overnighter. And I am back out here in my usual West Texas desert spot. However, I have driven deeper into the mountains, so I'm a little bit more tucked away in an area I've never explored. And it's always great to check out a new area, see what opportunities are out here. So today I did bring my Ruger 1022 rifle. I haven't shown this guy on the channel for a couple of years, and I'm hoping to do some rabbit hunting. So fingers crossed, we're cooking up rabbit for dinner. And now, of course, you can't put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to hunting, and so I did bring some lamb chops for dinner in case we don't catch that. And you know the deal, we're going to be eating good, drinking a couple of cold ones, and all that good stuff. So as always, thank you so much for joining me. Let's get started. No luck with rabbits. However, check out this old piece of yucca and all this tinder right here. Great for starting a fire. We'll take that with us. So the sun's about to set. Let's get this fire going the old-fashioned ferro rod method. So this is a ferro rod sent by Southwest Survival, and of course my snake eater knife with that killer 90-degree spine. So let's do this. Oh, damn it. There we go. All right, so we got the fire going. Now we're relaxing. Now I did go hunting earlier. I have been out here for a couple of hours already. No luck. In fact, now that I think about it, I have camped in this area about 13 to 14 times, and in all that time I have seen a rabbit exactly only twice. So maybe there's just not a lot of rabbits in this area. Also, granted, I am filming, so I'm lugging around a drone and a tripod, and so all that extra noise might have spooked them as well, so that's something to consider. But regardless, it was fun to get out here and explore a new area and, take my chances, see if I can hunt something. But regardless, I did want to show you guys once again my Ruger 1022 rifle. I don't even remember last time I showed this on a Fox video. You know Big Brother doesn't like us showing this kind of stuff, and that's why I rarely show it. But I do like to make sure people are aware, and if there's kids watching or if there's anti-firearm people watching, I just want to remind everyone that this, just like a knife, is a tool. And just like any tool, whether it's a pencil, a vehicle, it all depends on the intention of the user or the negligence of the user. Any of these things can be used to harm somebody else, or if you're negligent, hurt yourself. So I like to make sure that people understand that this is something that can be fun, this is something that can be useful, but at the same time, it is not a toy. And so I did want to just show it a little bit. It hasn't gotten some love in some time. And so fingers crossed I can wake up early morning and head out there and do a little bit more hunting, see what we can do. In the meantime, since we didn't catch a rabbit, my plan B is to cook up some lamb chops. I've never cooked lamb on this channel before, and so we're going to be doing that with some grilled onions and some pita bread. Getting very Mediterranean on you. And you're probably wondering how come I didn't set up my tent, and that's because it's such a beautiful evening. I looked at the forecast. I'm just going to set up my cot next to the fire at the end of the evening and just enjoy myself like that. There's no rain, there's no any of that. This evening is looking to be nice and peaceful, and so no need to set up a tent. I want to just look up at the stars and all that good stuff. So as always, thank you so much, folks, for joining me and taking time out of your day to come out here and experience the great outdoors with me. So the fire's burning down to a hotbed of coals. Time to start getting our dinner going. So as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be eating some lamb for dinner. To be specific, this is New Zealand lamb shoulder blade chop right here. And I like lamb. I think it's pretty good. I don't eat it as often because it's pricier, but I do think it's pretty good. In the modern day Western world, mutton in general, like lamb and goat, sheep, it's kind of looked down upon. It's kind of like people are kind of view it as gross, but I think lamb is pretty good. I mean, it has a distinct flavor, but isn't that the point? If it just tasted like beef, then just buy beef and save yourself a couple bucks. But of course, people are just programmed by what the culture says, what pop culture tells them to do. And so just like 30 years ago here in America, it was viewed as unsanitary to eat raw fish. Then the trends and TV shows make sushi cool, and all of a sudden people like sushi. And so people are that's just the way people function. But lamb is pretty damn good. In the meantime, I'm also going to chop up some garlic and some jalapenos to throw in with the lamb, and then I want to saute some onions separately and then eat them with some pita bread. And pita bread is like a Mediterranean a tortilla, flatbread kind of thing. And for today's slicing duties, we do have another knife right here. This is the Slick Knives Hunter 5, and this was given to me by viewers Cell and Daphne. Thank you so much. I very much appreciate it. I have been using this in my kitchen, and it is a hell of a slicer, as you can assume. 14C 28N Sandvik stainless steel, a nice flat grind. Really good stuff. So that's what's going to be helping me slice the veggies. So let's get to it. All right, let's turn these guys around. And I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna toss everything in one. Should have done this from the start. Toss the garlic on there too. Of course, some of that dulce spicy chili. So first things first, sometimes I act out of instinct and I don't really stop to think what I'm doing. I don't need a Yuko plate for this, so I'm gonna move the lamb down to the cutting board. There we go. And so we let it relax for a little bit. First time I cook lamb out in nature over a campfire, that's always kind of like a learning curve, but I think it should be fine. Looks pretty decent. Let me cut a different piece. So a little bit overcooked from what I like it, but once again, that is my first time, doing this out over a campfire, and I gotta say that's decent enough right there. That's not too bad. Lamb is so underrated. It's pretty damn good. And I feel very fancy, very cultural, eating pita bread and lamb as if I'm in Greece or, I don't know, somewhere in Asia. And yeah, these are not normally food items you see me eating on the channel because I just didn't grow up with them too much. But it's pretty good. It's always good to try something new. I can't stand people, especially when it comes to food, how people can be so picky, or right away they'll dismiss something because they weren't raised to eat it. I don't know. It's just goofy to me. But pretty good, delicious dinner. Let's try out that pita bread. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I already removed the meat pieces from the bone. That way I know I could just scoop this up. And yeah, try lamb. Honestly, lamb is pretty good. Very underrated. Really good meat right here. By the way, I did mess up. This right here is not pita bread. This is naan bread. And I mixed them up. I wanted to go buy pita bread, something very Mediterranean, but all they had was naan at my store, my grocery store, and so I just bought this instead. I apologize. I do not know the difference between them. I'm very ignorant when it comes to breads from the other side of the ocean, so I don't know what the difference is. Perhaps one is more Middle Eastern, where one's more Mediterranean. Once again, I do not know, so feel free to correct me down below in the comments in case you're more better versed in these things. I can tell you that it's really good. It's very fluffy. It's a fluffy bread. It reminds me when you go get Taco Bell, like the chalupas, how their tortillas are very fluffy. That's what it tastes like to me, and it's really good. Once again, it goes really great with lamb and these veggies. Really good stuff, but once again, naan bread. So I'm stoking up the fire because it's getting pretty fresh, pretty chilly for the evening, and I want to just relax and be warm. I did enjoy my dinner. I thought the lamb was delicious. It came out a little overcooked. It's the first time I cook it outdoors, but it was pretty delicious, especially mixing it with the caramelized onions for sweetness, the jalapenos for a kick, and then the naan bread to bring it back together. Pretty damn good. Much better than that steak I tried cooking on a titanium pan a couple weeks ago. You guys did not let me live that one down. So give lamb a try. I think it's pretty good. It has a unique flavor to it, but I like that about it. I'll tell you this. I like it more than bison. Bison is good, but it tastes exactly like beef. And I mean, they're genetically related, so it makes sense. But why pay bison prices for beef flavor if that's all you're wanting, the flavor? So I can't justify that. So I like lamb a little bit more. Give it a shot. And also, I did want to show you guys this knife. Once again, you saw me using this earlier. This is the Slick Knives Hunter, helping me prepare dinner. And this is the first time I take it outdoors. Once again, big thank you to Sal and Daphne who gifted this to me. And I view this knife as something of a compromise between the Nesmith and the Kephart style. So it has this Kephart, very spear point style, but you can see it has a little bit of a hump, but it doesn't really want to commit too much. So it's like a bit of a mix between both of them, and it's a fantastic flat grind. I've been using this in the kitchen for a couple of months already, and it's great. It's great. This is the first time it actually comes outdoors with me. Got some jimping back here. 90-degree spine, although I wouldn't necessarily call it like a 90-degree, like it's not razor sharp. G10 scales. And it comes in this leather sheath. Very JRE Industries looking sheath. So once again, big thank you for gifting this to me, Sal and Daphne. I'm very appreciative of this. And time to enjoy the evening. So now that we're relaxing, I want to kind of stay productive while I relax for the evening. So check out this little spoon. Now, I made this spoon at home about a week ago. It's not the best spoon, but it'll work. Now, the only thing I need is to kind of make the spoon part a little bit more of a divot, kind of make it a little bit more hollowed out. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get a little coal so I can do a little burning in here. Alright, so just be gentle and just kind of burn it down. Make sure it doesn't start burning the rims of it, or else you're just gonna misshape your spoon. So it's been about 30 minutes and it's pretty hollowed out. You want to periodically, if you've never done this before, you want to periodically kind of scrape off or blow away, the ashes that are building up, the cinders. And then if you have a round rock, you can kind of shape a little bit more of the coal, kind of break away whatever's remaining, the material. Just be careful. And yeah, I think we're getting there. All right, so y'all have a good night. Okay, so I was awoken by the wind. Very, very strong and cold winds have come in, and I was expecting it to be windy due to the forecast, but this is very, very windy. I mean, this is pretty bad. And yeah, because of that, I don't think it's the smart thing to do to restart the fire and cook up breakfast or anything like that. This may just have to be it. If these winds are going to be this strong for hours, this is going to have to be it. Well, guys, that was an abrupt morning. I knew today was going to be windy, but not this bad this early. So the sun just rose. It's barely 7 in the morning, but it is like 40-mile-an-hour winds. I mean, tripods are being knocked over. My blankets are flying off. So it's pretty bad. Out here in the desert, you have to be respectful because there's a lot of dead grass and dead cactus, dead yucca. You've seen how fast yucca lights. And so we have to be very respectful of these things. And so I had to just put the camera down and just put everything back in the truck as soon as I can, make sure the fire's dead. And yeah, I think it's going to be a short overnighter. I wanted to do a brand new breakfast item that I've never done before. That's going to have to be you know, for another time. Apologies, this may be a bit of a short overnighter. I still think it was really great with the, you know, cooking the lamb and some drone shots while hunting, exploring a new area, hollowing out the spoon. But I think this is going to be it. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any questions, comments, suggestions. And I'll see you guys next week with another video. Now go outside and get your boots dirty.